and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Winsor & Newton Promarkers. Here I have the 48 Essential Collection. When you turn the box on its side, you can see all of the 48 colours that come in this set, and they look really cool. On the other side, you can see the names and numbers of all of the colours. Here they are. Each marker has a fine nib and a broad nib. This set also comes with a colourless blender. On each of the markers you can see the name of the colour and the colour code. I think the code corresponds to the colour that it is because this is a shade of red and the other one was a shade of yellow. This one is a shade of pink or magenta, so here is an M, and the numbers I think correspond to the shade, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to start testing these markers by taking one of them and simply colouring in the box with it. This one is a really light colour, but it applies very nicely onto the paper, and I think it looks very nice. Now I'm going to be colouring with this darker pen so you can see how it applies onto the paper. It looks really nice and it applies very smoothly. It looks really cool as well, and you can go over it as well to finish the color block, I guess. And it applies really nicely. It doesn't get too watery or anything. And by the way, these pens are alcohol based. Also, there's a special type of paper that you can use for these markers so that they don't bleed through. Now I'm going to be using these three colours to test out blending. I'm going to start by applying the lightest colour first and just colouring in about half of the box. If you want, you can do the whole box or less than half, but I'm just doing around half of it. Now I'm going to take the darker shade and apply it as well, about in the middle, so that the other colour can fit next to it, and then I'm taking the lighter colour as well and blending it through, starting with the darker side and going to the light side. Now I'm going to take the darker shade and colour a bit more of the box so it extends further along. Now I'm going to be taking the darkest pen out of the three shades I'm using and colour from the end to the point where it meets with the second darkest shade. Now I'm going to be taking the second darkest shade and colouring over the darkest shade a bit. Now I'm going to be tidying it up a little so the box is a bit neater, and I'm going to blend it more again. Here is the final box after going over it with the colourless blending marker as well, and I think the blending is quite smooth and it looks really nice. Here are the other boxes as well. Now I'm going to be using these to colour in the next box and test some more blending. I'm using the same technique for this one and going over it with a colourless blender. This is what the final one looks like, and I think the blending is really smooth and it looks really nice as well. Now I'm going to be doing some blending with yellow shades. So here I'm using that same technique and I'm going to go over it with the colourless blender. And here is the final box. I think the blending of these pens is really smooth and neat, and it looks really nice. And here are the rest of the boxes as well. That's it for today's Winsor & Newton Promarker review. I really hope you enjoyed this video, And I really recommend getting these pens if you're thinking about it and if you have the money for it, because they are really nice, they apply very nicely, and also there's a lot of colours to choose from and they are very nice. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please remember to like, subscribe and turn on the post notifications to be notified whenever I post a new video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye! Have a great day.